Hello everyone, MeanSpeed here with another Rising Hub video. I know this seems like the way I start every video now, but there's always a reason for it. So basically it's been a few weeks since my last upload, and that's pretty much because the Rising Hub servers were down for about 2 weeks or so, and I was actually going to make a video just before the servers first went off on the War Room, which was the latest update at the time, but I didn't have all the footage recorded, and I was actually missing one part for it as well, so it wasn't complete, and yeah, that's why. But I will make that video another time, because the War Room did actually get removed, and it was apparently the cause of the server downtime as well, so it wasn't due to attacks or anything like that, which a lot of people thought was the reason. So yeah, right now the War Room is being worked on. It won't be added back until it's working properly without causing server issues and disconnects and all that sort of stuff. So the topic of today's video is about something which a lot of you might remember, especially since we have the World Cup starting tomorrow, and that's the Football Fiesta. So in case you didn't know about the event, back in Battlefield Heroes, this was an event that was first introduced in 2010 to celebrate the World Cup back then. As essentially, you could buy face paints for the countries participating in the World Cup for your heroes, and if you bought the face paint for the country that won the World Cup at the end, you get a gold gun for the hero that owned the winning face paint, as well as a medal for first place, and also runner-up medals if you had those face paints as well. And it was a pretty unique and interesting event, and I like the idea of linking something to a huge real-life competition, and of course the rewards were really nice as well. This event also came back in 2012 for the Euro, and this time you had to buy jerseys for the teams competing instead of the face paints. And the Golden Gun rewards were different as well to the ones that were available in 2010. The event returned for the third and final time in BFH for the 2014 World Cup, and this was the same system with the 2010 one, in that you could use the face paints in order to support teams and get the rewards at the end. And this time it was with the stolen versions of the Golden Guns that were given out in 2010 to keep the rarity and exclusivity of the original weapons. Now obviously there wasn't an event for the Euro in 2016 because Battlefield Heroes had already closed by then and hadn't been revived just yet, but I was thinking about the event returning for the World Cup this year, and I think it would be a nice throwback to the old events the original game had. The only glaring issue really with this is, in Rising Hub, the fact is everyone has everything unlocked, and you had to buy the face paints back in the day. But obviously everything is unlocked for free right now for everyone, including the face paints, so there wouldn't be any competition to it, and it would just be like handing new golden guns out or other rewards for free for doing basically nothing. So because we don't know how much progress the team has made with the in-game store, in regards to obviously being able to buy stuff with VP and unlock stuff instead of having everything, if any progress, because I'm not sure, I was thinking about a workaround for this with the new system. And maybe it could work by putting a requirement that you have to win 5 games with the winning team's face paint on your hero to be eligible for a gold gun when the World Cup ends. So you'd still have to play the game and put a bit of effort into getting a reward. And to make this even more of a contest, maybe the wins needed for the face paint could be higher depending on the stage the World Cup is at and what it gets to. So let's say the final is close to starting, and I don't know, let's just say for the sake of argument it's down to Germany and Brazil, for example, and you'd obviously have it narrowed down to only 2 face paints to wear and win a few games with. So to balance out knowing who's close to being the winner, the amount of round wins could go up to 15 or 20, for example, just to, you know, make it more interesting and worthwhile. And I think this makes the gold guns seem like a reward worth going for with such requirements. Also, back in the old Football Fiesta events, the prices for the face paints and jerseys would increase as the event went on as well, in an attempt to make it more of a gamble and a contest instead of outright buying the country and making it really easy. Also, it doesn't have to be based on round wins either. It could be based on anything really, just other stats that get tracked and achievements in the game as well, such as maybe getting a certain amount of kills while wearing the face paint, or maybe leveling up a few times while wearing it. There's quite a few options to go with here, and they could all be pretty promising objectives to make this event have more meaning and make it feel worth something despite us having all the face paints unlocked. Obviously there would need to be more golden guns made, but considering we've had quite a few new clothing items and stolen versions of weapons, that sort of stuff, already added to Rising Hub over a short amount of months, I don't think it would be that much trouble for the team to work on at least 1 new gold gun per class for the event. But if it really does turn out to be a time-consuming task, or it's just not possible or whatever, then other options could be other custom items that are football related, maybe a golden version of the football widget, or some more sports clothes to highlight the World Cup even more, stuff like that. Gold guns I think are the best option though, that most people would want, especially to keep that old vibe and that trend going that the Football Fiestas have all done in the past. And besides, people are going to be more interested in weapons as opposed to clothes for the most part anyway. So in regards to the tracking of stats while wearing certain face paints, I'm not sure how easy this would be to do, because obviously I'm not a part of the team. I don't know how things get done behind the scenes and how things work and what's possible on their end. But I think if they can get it to work, it will be really interesting and engaging to bring back the old Football Fiesta vibe with a new challenge to get the gold guns and to have fun supporting your favourite countries through the game as well as in real life while watching the matches. And I think if they can do it and it's possible, it would be a real missed opportunity to not do it for the World Cup this year, because it just kind of feels right, especially if they can get it working. And if they do miss out on it, assuming everything's fine and we still have Rising Hub around, let's say when the next Euro's about, which I believe is in 2 years, I could be wrong, I think it's 2 years, then yeah, they could do it again then. But I just think right now would be the perfect time, and I think a lot of people that remember this from the old game would appreciate it. It's another one of these old features being brought back to make the game more like the original, I think. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the idea. If you've got any other ideas related to this, then yeah, be sure to let me know. If you have any ideas of certain gold guns you think should be made, that maybe you think they should have always been made but they never were, then let me know about those as well. Or just other rewards, just be interested to see what you think, because I do read all the comments, and it's just interesting to see what you guys think. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.